Are you an international student looking for admission into the UK universities in May and you're not sure of the requirements or the processes involved? I've got good news for you because in this video, I'll be sharing with you the top 10 universities in the UK that offer May intake admission and how you can navigate your way around it. Of the three admission circles, the May intake is the least talked about. If you have missed your deadline for September, you have missed the deadline for January, then May is your golden catch. And I'm going to tell you why. Ironically, the May intake offers the most opportunities and advantages. If you have an application for May, you have less competition for scholarship, you have less competition for those competitive courses. So the advantage of getting scholarship is pretty much high because there are low number of students who apply. Again, if you are applying for nursing, for engineering, for business management, for international management, for politics, for digital marketing, for leadership and strategy, and a host of other competitive courses, your chances of getting admission are pretty much higher, unlike when you make application for these courses in September or in January. So admission chances are high, scholarship chances are high. By the way, go and watch my video on how you can write your scholarship application statement. It's pretty much very important you do, because if you know how to write statements, scholarship is not offered cheaply. You have to work for it. By the way, I won £5,000 scholarship before I studied politics in the University of Surrey. So you want to take advantage of that video and ensure that you watch it and know how to write your application statement. So the other advantage of applying in May is that you have a compact class size. What I mean by that is that unlike September and January, where you have a massive number of students, in May, you have very small number of students, meaning that in a class where usually you have up to 15, 20, 30 students, you could have as low as 7, as low as 8. What that implies is that you have close interaction with your classmates and your coursemates. You know them by name, they know you by name. You can interact and arrive at a conclusion when you are given a group assignment. You know what it means? If you have a class of 30 students and you are given probably a simulation to do or a group assignment to do, you can drag and drag on and drag on before you arrive at a conclusion. Time perhaps may have gone. But if you have a small number, it's very quick. Then assimilation is also very easy when you have a smaller class. You know your teacher. When your teacher is speaking, you don't have to strain your ears before you get all the gist. So that's the advantage of having May intake. The third thing is that the times for processing your visa and the time for processing your admission application are also very quicker and easier and more efficient. So you're looking at applying and within a week you get feedback from the school, or applying for visa within a week you're getting your decision. So that's also very important because there is less number of students who make this application. Less number of applicants means that the times of processing your admission, of giving your conditional offer from the school, the time of giving your decision from the home office are also very short. So those are the advantages of applying in May, and you don't want to miss this golden opportunity and times are clicking, the clock is ticking, and you have, this is January now, you have March, and maybe you have February, you have March, maybe the first week of April to get all of these things sorted out. Because you have to be, some schools will ask you to be in school a month before, 3 weeks before, depending on what the home office decide and all that, or the school ask you to do, depending on your start date. So that will also determine when you have to ensure that you finish up everything you have to do within that time that you have. So what are the universities? Remember, not all universities in the UK offer that May admission. So the list that I'm showing you on the screen right away are the universities that offer May admission. You could explore some, but these are the top ones that you can take advantage of. Go to their website, to the website of universities, know the specific requirements for each of the courses you want to apply, for the courses or the course you want to apply for, so that will guide you on what to do and what not to do, or where the things you have to bring together before you can make your application. That's very important. While we have different application processes, there is a standard process which I'm going to explain very briefly to you. You have the application process from the point of view of the school. You have the application process from the point of view of the home office, the visa application process. So let's talk about the school now. The first thing has to be making a decision on the course you want to study. So when you have a decision, now go into your archive and look at all of your certificates, your transcript, get all of those things ready, all the documents, the academic documents, and your travel documents. Get all of those things ready. And when all of those things are ready, now it is time to make application to the school. Once application is made to the school, I wait for some days to get response. And usually when it is May intake, it doesn't take more than a week before you get response from the school. And once you get response from the school, you may be called for a Zoom call. Especially if you're applying to the University of Bolton, you will be called for a Zoom call where you are asked to express yourself, tell the school or the admission committee what the course you have chosen will do for you. And that gives you an opportunity to tell your story and how that course will enhance your career goal or your overall post-study objectives. So that's one thing you have to prepare for. The Zoom call will usher you into receiving CAS. So once you provide that story and you are given a precast, so that precast means that you'll be given a precast offer, which essentially means that you have an offer with the school, which is conditioned on so, and so. So you have to fulfill certain conditions. And there are about 4 or 5 conditions you have to fulfill, on which some of the admission offers from school are based. All right. Now, one of that is that you have to pay deposits. So paying deposits depends on the school. How much you're going to pay depends on the school. Sometimes you have to pay £3,000, sometimes £4,000, sometimes £5,000 or more. Some schools will ask you to pay half of your tuition fee. So if your tuition fee is like £16,000, some school will ask you to pay £8,000 deposit. So you want to look at the schools you are applying to know exactly what the specific requirements are. That's number one, paying deposit. Number two is that you have to fulfill the academic requirements, which may or may not include IELTS, that the International English Language Test. So if you are asked to provide IELTS like band 5 or band 6, depending on the school. But in these days now, many schools in the UK or some schools in the UK do not even require IELTS again. What they require is your national exams, the certificate from your national examination bodies. Like, for example, if you are from West Africa, your WAEC is sufficient in some schools. However, some will not accept any WAEC certificate that is more than 5 years. So we're in 2025 now, maybe 2019 WAEC, 2018 WAEC will be good. But in schools that require IELTS, look at the band they ask for. Usually 5.0 band or 6.0 band will be good for you to make your application. That's number 2. We're talking about deposit. We're talking about the conditions that your offer is usually based. So you talk about deposit, you talk about academic requirement, you now talk about finance. So in that case, you have to prove that you are capable of funding yourself or sponsoring yourself, or your sponsors are capable of funding you, or you are capable of self-funding. So you have to provide proof of fund. And that statement that tells that this is how much you have to fund your education and you have it intact in your account. So that's also very important that you fulfill that. Now, after fulfilling that now, and every other document that you have to provide, now the school will now issue you a CAS. A CAS is like a ticket that gives you access to go and make application for visa. So the CAS means that the school has certified you, the school has ascertained that you are capable of funding yourself, or your sponsor is capable of sponsoring your education financially, and you have met all other requirements, academic requirements, admission requirements, and you are good to go and apply for visa. So when you have the CAS with you, the CAS comes with a number. Now it is that CAS you now take to the Home Office, to the UK website where you make your application for the student route visa, and ensure that you follow all the necessary processes where you make your visa payment, you pay for IHS, which is the health surcharge in the UK. Now, when you make all of those payments, now you wait for the Home Office to decide on your application to come to the UK. Now, you also have to have a valid passport, international passport. Ensure before you apply for your visa application, your passport, the international passport, has a validity of at least 6 months. Don't apply with a passport that is 2 months valid, or that its validity will expire in the next 3 months. That may delay that may delay or deny you decision from the Home Office. So you want to get everything sorted out now. We're almost in the middle of January. You have less than 2-3 months to make all the applications and sort everything out before you get to the last minute hour when you have to start rushing things up. It's not the best. Get things sorted out as soon as possible. Make your application to the school. Get feedback from the school. Go and get all the certificates that you need to provide, all the academic requirements that you'll be asked to provide. Get them ready and make your application in good time. Make your decision also in good time. I wish you success. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make your comments, like and share. And if you have any questions, drop it in the comment section. I'm going to respond to all the questions. As a matter of fact, this video is coming on the heel of some of the questions that pop up from my last video, which has to do with writing scholarship statements. And I hope this helps you make your decision as quickly as possible.